Greetings, loves. Welcome to another edition of Soul Alchemy. This is Akasha bringing you that alchemy for your mind, your body, and your soul. And if you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and hit it. Share this video out. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And make sure you click on the notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop another video. I go live. Now let's talk about this bald-headed ape right here. Okay? This receding hairline ass. This. Okay, for those of you who know, you know. I can't stand him. Brother Polight, never have. Could never stand him. He ain't no earthly good whatsoever. And hopefully this will be his nail in the coffin. Hopefully. Finally. Hopefully and finally. You know, I detest him. Yeah, I just don't understand why brothers, if you will, have the notion that they can get away with certain things. It's not gonna happen. You can't get away with the same stuff they get away with. And I think that's a good thing, because a lot of you get busted. Now there's many males out here who create offenses. Excuse you, just because I'm preoccupied, that don't mean you can sneak up and what you want? What you looking for? Huh? Why don't you go back over there and lay down? Why don't you do that? Why don't you go back and lay down? Yeah, you hear that? Alright, so it just at some point it's gonna catch up with you, whether other people know it or not. That's just the way it is. But society, the powers that be, those who have powers to put you behind bars, are not likely to allow you to get away with it. They're just not likely to. Okay? So this thing here was arrested. Okay, he was arrested. So according to an article in the source, it says Brother Polight, aka Michael Noack, which is his name, he was arrested for assaulting, battery, in an actual matter, right, of a girlfriend's daughter. This was in 2021. According to confirmed reports from NBC Miami, inspirational speaker and media influencer, well, I would say scammer, and no good two-bit hustler. All right, that sounds more accurate. Brother Polight surrendered to the police on Monday following allegations that, he did some things to his girlfriend's 14-year-old daughter. Polight, whose real name is Michael Noack Jr., allegedly was given permission by his girlfriend to take her daughter to an after party in Miami, in a Miami nightclub. That's the part. But when they realized the nightclub was closed, Noack reportedly took the teenage girl to his hotel. It's got to be something really sick and sinister and within you. And regardless of what you have as far as other women are concerned, but he's someone who has a lot of influence. He has a lot of supporters. He has people who idolize him, adore him, look up to him, think he's great, think he's smart, think he's intelligent, like his lifestyle. He pulls in a lot of money scamming, but they find that favorable. Lots of women would do anything probably to be around him, to benefit from some of that. Okay? Sure, they're not physically attracted to his ugly ass, but he has promoted polygamy for so long. He has had Music Soul Child's baby mama in his harem at one point in time, doing public speakings and business things with him and claiming to be one of his wives, so to speak. Then later, they kind of retracted that. They were scamming too. She's not good. But He has two steady, quote unquote, wives that has been with him for a very long time. One who came on, I believe, when she, out of her own mouth, was around 16 years old. She's a model, they say. And I think has no children. Now, I believe when I first started hearing about Polight, eventually he had this young lady, Renintet, that he said was his daughter, stepdaughter-ish / daughter, whatever. He was being, I think, intentionally deceptive about what she was technically, by not really explaining things. Where did this chick come from? She's my daughter. I think when pressed, he kind of alluded to she might be the stepdaughter. So raise your hand if you, like me, was believing that Renita belonged to the wife, the second wife. I did for a long time, and I do. If we can go back, I believe I can show some things that will back me up by saying that they kind of put out that they intentionally, in my opinion, wanted it to appear that way, because of course we're going to want to know where she come from. Okay, so without going back and playing those videos and stuff, if you want to hear it, I'm going to give you a YouTuber who I know for a fact has recently played it, and you can easily find it in that video where Sonetta was arguing with Polight a few years ago, and he outed Polight for the daughter, Renintet, actually not being a daughter at all, but being a young underage girl who ran away from her mother, who I believe Polight used to date, so that this young girl, who he claims is his daughter, so that she can be, yes, one of his wives. In secret, of course, because she's underage. They can't tell us that. So they posed her as the daughter. Now, this was brought out by Sonetta. Y'all don't know who Sonetta is? His right-hand man. Now, Sonetta claims that he knows this for a fact because not only is he his right-hand man, the wife that belongs to Sonetta is also cousins with the mother of Reninte. Okay? Right. So, if someone like Polight has all these women who clearly wants to be with him, how sick and sinister do you have to be to make a dumb decision? Not even talking about the violation of the other party, but the dumb decision to risk ruining the lifestyle that you have, the freedom that you have, to violate another person's body, soul, mind, existence, their rights. You are willing to put on the line your life, your lifestyle, your freedoms. Being able to prevent any and everything from happening to you, because technically, legally, slavery is illegal unless by punishment of law. So when you go to jail, when the legal system gets a hold of you, you therefore will be a slave. You no longer have control over your life and what happens to you. You cannot make them protect you from what can happen to you. But if you're someone like Polight and you have all this status and you're out here, okay, let's go to a picture and while we're talking about it. You're out here, money, showing this lifestyle of riches and fame and, hanging out with celebrities, doing what you want, getting all these girls and getting your needs met and your fantasies fulfilled all the time. Y'all thought he was super intelligent. No? Yeah. All these years. He is the smartest nigga ever. That's what y'all kept saying. And I'm like, how do they feel that? But nonetheless, he is the smartest nigga ever. So, okay, they going to believe that, so let's let them believe that. And he scammed and 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 scammed. But that still didn't tell you the type of person he was, right? You continue to say, excuse me, you didn't take my money. Nah, you didn't. Here it is. You can have it. There you go. Take my money. Ah. He's not smart at all, is he? He's a dodo bird. He's a dodo bird with a sickness. You have to be some kind of evil to want to scam people, especially when you portray yourself as a person who cares about quote unquote your people and you want to help them have a better position in life and in this world. Not only did he show y'all that he does not want y'all to have a better position in this world, actually, he showed y'all that he didn't really want that either. He built it. He scammed for it. He got there. The ugliest nigga in Nebraska. Okay? And with nobody touching ever. Especially with, his hairline being like that. Right? Put LeBron's to shame. But he got this money. Flossing. Come on. JJ Evans looked better than him. Back when he was JJ. Polight would have never got to be this quote unquote cool guy, even though he is the corniest. But hey, money make people act the way towards you. He put all that up. He gambled it. And he's losing now. But it's a dumb bet. Because you can easily lose. And when you do, it's over. It's over. Ask Bill. Bill, yeah, he's out or free or something. But at what cost? How happy is he really? Well, he's probably happy to be out of jail and to some degree exonerated. But, he lost it. He will never leave this earth with the legacy that he worked so hard to create. No, he will not. Some still call him America's dad, but they technically stripped that from him. That reputation that he had, kind of like another version of Martin Luther King almost, right? Gone. Whether he actually did these things or not, he was found guilty of it. Gone. You can name so many of their people who actually have done way worse than these guys have been accused of, even though one violation is one violation too many and it's despicable. But when we're talking about multiple counts of just long-term torture and violation of many different people, yeah, they should definitely be punished, right? And then most of them go unpunished. And it seems to me like if they do ever find one that they say, okay, we're going to punish this one for whatever reason, they end up disappearing, don't they? Either disappearing or being deceased. But they barely ever get punished for this. They've been getting away with this since what? Forever. They've been doing this to each other. They've been doing this to their slaves. They've been doing this ever since. And here comes the black man. You can give a nigga a little bit of money, give him a little bit of popularity. He think he can get away with anything. I'm not black on what? Well, although I get the saying, I get the song, I'll remind you guys that OJ was found not guilty of Nicole and, her friend being taken away from here. A lot of people don't respect that, including black people, and I get it. You're a bunch of haters. But you will accept your own people knowing that they have this type of crime on their jacket. Proven. Found guilty, went to jail, and even if not found guilty in a court of law and gone to jail, you still know they've done it. And you still, and a lot of women too, you give them power, you give them respect, you give them notoriety. It's sickening. But Polight put himself out here as somebody who want to help you. He want to teach you. He want to reach you. He want to lead you. When he just wanted you to give me the money and the power, so I can do what I want. And that includes violating young ladies. Exposed for it by his bestie. And y'all still kept it moving. Oh, did he really? Well, she's with him now. She's happy. The wives are happy. They're there. None of them are saying anything. Nobody's saying anything. Mama not saying nothing. Okay, well, we're cool with it. Or whatever you told yourself. Okay? He strikes again. This is his main dumbass chick. And, the daughter they had that looks exactly like him, unfortunately. And, the other daughter they had that looks like her. Fortunately for her. And this chick has been by him with every little dirty deed. And he will be likely behind bars. Yeah, behind bars. That ugly gorilla will be behind bars for a long time, hopefully. See, y'all see Brother Polight, what's his name? Nature Boy, he's still in jail. It's been over a year, ain't it? Still in jail. How long y'all think he gonna be in there? Long time? Well, now we got something a little more deeper. And underage. Now, let's go back. So the mama let him take the girl to a party at a Miami nightclub. Something sick and sinister in his head decided that instead of taking this girl back to her mom, who he should have... Now, what man? Listen, if you don't have any dirty deeds, dirty intentions, dirty thoughts, and you're a respectable stand-up guy, I believe it will be the part where given permission by the girlfriend to take the daughter to an after party. Okay, say young girl, underage, teenager. Mama says, you could take my daughter to an after party. You would look at her like, I can do what now? And you would have an alarm that goes off, right? No, I'm not taking you. First of all, what? But it'll be a hard no, right? You just know that that's not a good idea. It's underage. She don't need to be there. She don't need to see me there. She's a child. And secondly, what do you look like giving me your daughter? Huh? And what do I look like taking her? Nah, I don't got time for that, baby. Got time for that. But someone with sick and sinister thoughts will take her right on, right? And not only do not go to destination A, he chooses a second destination. Okay, well, but when they realized the nightclub was closed, Nowak reportedly took the teenage girl to his hotel. Not back to her mom, but to his hotel. So listen. He could have been thinking about this for a long time already. It's his MO apparently. And how easily do you just decide? I'm going to throw caution to the wind and I'm going to take this girl to my hotel. A sick person who this is a desire for them. Right? So Nowak's girlfriend reportedly found her daughter intoxicated with severe swelling around her mouth. And Nowak somehow convinced his girlfriend not to call the police, but was served with a DNA warrant in June before turning himself in earlier this week. Again, this was posted August 20, 2021. So I don't want you to think that this is current day information. But how did he persuade? Well, listen, who knows, right? And if any of you guys know Polight, he got to a lot of people the gift of gab. But how do you take her to your hotel room, or anywhere for that matter, and then you return her with extreme swelling? Ladies, women, children, and children and any underage or anyone sensitive ears, you might want to step out right now. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, women. I'm gonna see. Let's see. Okay, so he took her to the hotel. Let me see. The girlfriend reportedly found her daughter. They say found the daughter. Okay, well, that's not what it's about right now. This just this part right here. She was first. She was intoxicated. Woo, child. Okay, whatever. With severe swelling around her mouth. It's the severe swelling around. Grown ass women out there, adults, women, 21 and over. Okay. Just, can you think of any time you've ever had severe swelling around your mouth? I'm trying to think. How would that occur? I don't know. Playing volleyball, riding your bike, cleaning the kitchen. Anything. No? Okay. Let's say you're with a guy and you guys are, consensual adults. Did you have severe swelling around your mouth at any time for any reason? Did he punch you in the lip? I mean, what happened? How did your mouth get swollen up unless there was an injury? Because I think you can get, if you sat back, get you something to sip on or something. Just take your time, relax, and think about any and everything you've ever done consensual with this person. And did you ever have severe swelling around your mouth? Hell to the no. Not never. No matter what, right? Okay. Again, unless you got punched in the mouth. Okay, now that part is over. Okay? Now anybody can listen from here on out. Okay? Okay, so you intoxicated this child. And you dummy. You big dummy at that. You brought her, whatever you did. She has severe swelling around her mouth. And this is for the people who somehow still want to support Polight. I truly hope he does not see the light of day again. How many times do a person need to show you they're sick and twisted before you get that they're sick and twisted? You cannot in any way, shape, or form excuse any of it. Any of it. As someone else said, I'm surprised he's still walking around to this day after all the stuff he's done, and I'm pretty sure his day is coming. But whatever he did to that young lady, I hope the authorities keep a hold on him and do not let him free. Ever. Ever. I don't know why some of y'all have such allegiance to this dude. I'm sorry, I don't know what he's doing for you that makes you go against anything morally correct. But it's a hard no on him having freedom for me. It's a hard no. Alright, so he turned himself in. I think that's okay. Polight's lawyer, David Terrace, declared his client's innocence, stating once the evidence is produced, he's gonna be exonerated. So yeah, not guilty. Nothing else. These are just serious allegations, but in any situation, there's always motive. There is always a lot behind the scenes that the public is not gonna be able to see. We have no doubt, blah, 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 that he's not going to prison. He's not this person. Okay, we have no doubt that he is. Okay, I've already spoken on some of his past that we know about. And, yeah, they already came up with the evidence where his DNA matches with the semen that was found on this young lady, right? Okay. All right. All right. So this guy came on the internet back then and said he didn't do it, he blah, blah, blah. He spoke in circles and talked in fables and just all that bullshit that always lets you know this is a lying ass nigga. But to y'all be like, yeah, Polight, that's right, tell him it ain't gonna happen. Oh, he gonna get out of this just like he get out of everything else. And then it comes out, no, we got semen. Hey, excuse me, the semen, it matches, it belongs to him. And a lot of y'all was blown away. Because some of you believed him and some of you actually didn't believe him, but you thought that he was going to be smooth enough to beat it. Because you're sick too. So they have a court hearing and he is going to have a plea deal on what? Some of 7 charges. He's going to have a plea deal hearing on the 7th of July. And he, again, with his arrogance, has the audacity to still pimp the shit out of y'all and have y'all thinking that this dude, he just might, there is some kind of way. I don't understand the level of insecurities and self-hate that lies within you people. You don't have the guts or the courage to be a better race of people, group of people, culture of people, ethnicity of people, species of motherfucking people. You just don't. And it's sad. It really is. Sick and disgusting. Let's go to his YouTube. His IG. So, Star did a show about him. I'm not sure what he was talking about, but he was probably talking about this case and some other shit, right? So, Polight posts it and says, one thing about me is that whether you hate me or love me, Rolls Royce diaries are always being discussed. Star is one of the few that's in the business that can go against me and have me laughing at the same time. Thank you. So he used Star for a commercial to promote himself.
And level up. He has got swag, charisma. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Who? I'm not even gonna put watch again. I don't know.
Gravitate towards them. He's very, very charismatic. He's called into my show 2 or 3 times. We always had great conversations. I never met him in person. I think he's originally from Brooklyn, so we're not talking about a Harlem nigga. We're talking about a hardcore Brooklyn cat, right?
Hold on, sorry, hardcore?
Him on social media, he is known for saying things by way of the Rolls Royce series as he sits in his Rolls.
Okay, here we go. He talking about Polight. This is some, okay, Star, whatever. Okay, no. This is first of all, hardcore, you lost me there. Can we go back to him and, what? Hold on.
He's a fucking child molester. Your father is a child molester.
Okay, this is Captain Tzariach, guys, with Polight some years ago. This was posted 6 years ago, but it was longer than that. He's calling Polight's father this, and for those who don't know the story, York, okay, not the peppermint patty, the Dr. York, okay. If you don't know, look him up. Down here in Georgia, this fool, he was bad, okay. He ended up pleading guilty and going to jail. He had his own little, I guess, planet, if you will. And he had his own little religion. He had so many people in his cult. And he violated women, children, men, I guess, but male and female children in the hundreds. It's just sick, sad, twisted. And even his own children, because a lot of them were his children, right? Just look it up. This is Polight, who Polight came out originally telling us this was his father. But we found out he's not actually his father. But he said he was his mentor and he was his everything, and he looked up to him, he worshipped him. And he said York named him, named his wife, named his daughter, and all that kind of stuff. Went to jail, saw him, and blah blah blah. Helped him write a book or something. The York son came out and said Polight is not. He said, my mama told me to tell you was a damn motherfucking lie. Is that how that? That's what Lil York said. But he said Polight didn't know his daddy like that. He just used all this for clout to get in the door. I don't know, but since he claimed that was his father, this is Tzariach going in on that, and it's gonna lead into some Polight not being a habitual line stepper. You'll see.
And he got in his feelings. He got mad, and he thought he was gonna pimp Tzariach. If you wanna cross the road, cross the fucking road. That's what you do. Don't sit here and talk shit like what's gonna pop out, what's gonna do this. If you're gonna cross the line, cross the fucking line. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here. That's what you do.
What happened? What's going on? I don't know about all.
Got him. That's fine. No problem. Your spiritual father's a child molester. That's fine. Remember that. Remember that. You understand that? Take that one right there. That's what you gotta grab. So who raised you? That's what you gotta understand. He's under the jail right now. Did he not get convicted? Come on now. Let's keep it real. So now you're talking about what? You're talking about biology. Is he my biological father? I don't think so.
Hold on.
So what are you?
So for what I'm thinking Polight is saying in the background that York is his biological father. Yes. If that's what he's saying, because I can't really hear him well, I'm not going to spend too much time going over it. And memory may not be serving me too well. But if memory serves me, Polight was trying to say that lie at one point in time, I believe. Anybody else? Was he not trying to say that York was his biological father? But what he trying to tell us that lie, y'all? Okay, but y'all come on, y'all, get him.
You want to be simple. Once I get you there. So now, once I pull that out on you, now you want to get in your feelings.
Hold on. Did he call him a beat? Did he call Tzariach that? Because I ain't hear him call Tzariach. I think when Tzariach was talking shit, Polight was quiet. He was quiet. He kind of big. Tzariach kind of big, ain't he? Okay, he's speaking with confidence, ain't it? I feel you, son. Cross the line, though.
That's the problem. And you want to be emotional. But he's supposed to lead black people.
Polight hype with the mic. Was he hype with the mic? Because Tzariach wasn't even doing all that insults. Yo, mama's so ugly. No, he said cross the line. Cross the line.
He gets this emotional when it is a proven fact that his father is a molester. You don't know that? You've been molested since what? The 70s, 80s? Since the 60s? Lord have mercy. That's what you gotta understand. That's what you gotta understand.
Say it again.
So let me tell you something, bro. So you tell me he's not? You tell me he didn't get convicted? And now you initially want to get carnal?
He want to fight now? He want to fight now? He want to fight the white boy. Listen, child, let me tell y'all something. Right? Nah, he won't fight the white boy. Is that what he want us to believe? Nah, he don't want us to believe that. He don't want us to believe that.
That's what you gotta know. That is real feminine. Women do that.
Back up.
Now you've been sitting on the whole time. The whole time. You want to turn around. Now let me ask you something. When he told your daddy was a pedophile.
Let me ask a question. How is he mad? How is Polight mad when the guy is telling the truth? Again, look up the Dr. York case. All right? Convicted. Move. Convicted.
When he said that your daddy was a pedophile, let me ask you something. When did you ever do that to Tzariach? Because you know what? Because you're a coward. Because you are a coward. That's what you gotta understand. You're a damn coward. Your daddy's a molester and you're a coward. That's what you gotta understand. You don't grasp that? You don't grasp that? He said your daddy was a molester 8 times. You never challenged Captain Tzariach. That's what you don't grasp.
That's right.
I just hold your cards.
What's really happening right now? Come on, Polight. What's really happening right now? Can you narrate this for us and let us know what's going on? Because we lost and confused. How many times you gonna ask the dude, is your father a molester? Because he already told you the answer is yes. Emphatically yes. Already said it. How many times? What you gonna do? Keep asking me that? Like, my answer's not gonna change. What you told dude to throw hands. He had a mic in his hand. I don't got nothing. I'm standing in your face and I'm telling you that. So what we gonna do? Because I already said cross the line. You know what I mean?
All day, bro.
All day.
Real talk.
All day.
Cause y'all are simple. Y'all are simple.
All day.
I ain't high no one. This is the difference. We know order. We know order and we know discipline. That's the difference between us. But y'all been sitting here being simple and running your damn mouths all day. Real talk. Even this guy over here talking about me wearing a white shirt. Ain't nobody mad at the color white. Nobody mad. I wear white socks. I wear white tees. Nobody's mad at the color white. It has to do with the crimes that we committed. It's got nothing to do with.
Do you see he got a Bluetooth in his ear? Do you see he got on that big old chain? Now, if you gonna fight somebody, you gonna take that off. He ain't even took it off. Why you think he took it off? It ain't cause he's scared. He ain't worried about it. He ain't worried about it.
But that's simplicity. That's what you gotta grasp. Think any of these people are gonna fix black people. Think any of these people are gonna fix anything. Any problems that happen.
Okay, I'm bored. Let's speed this up. Cause I don't think nothing gonna happen, y'all.
You damn right, your spiritual daddy is a child molester. He raped that little boy. That little boy turned around and said that he was eating him. Eating how? Eating how? Tell me. Answer that. Because he molested that boy. Because men like you and men in the conscious community, the only thing that they can do is destroy our people. You got no answers. You got no solutions. You're not gonna return anybody to their culture. But you know what? We go. That's what you gotta grab. And that's the first thing that you wanna do. The first thing you want to do is get carnal. Why? Because once again, I didn't sit here and say, oh, this man tried to sell me, let me get emotional. Who are you going to leave like that because you want to cry, man? That's soft, bro. That's effeminate. That's what that is. Ain't nobody worried about you. Ain't nobody worried about you, bro. Nobody's ever going to be worried about you. Because like Captain Tzariach told you.
He still ain't crossed the line. Let me speed up some more.
You are not a threat. You are not a threat to anybody. That's what you got to do.
Is that Stinky Inky? And who keeps saying back up? Was that your job or something? I mean,
That's what you don't break. So you telling me he never said that? You're telling me that he never said that? Because you're a coward. And that's the problem. You are a coward. But you never said that to Cap. Because the thing is, bro, let me tell you the difference between a man and a coward. A man will fight any adversity. Now I'll tell you what, a coward will only fight a battle he thinks he can win. And that's you. Because you never said that to Cap. But you see my side, so you think you can take me. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody worried about you. Ain't nobody ever gonna be worried about you. Are you kidding me? We wanted you to fix it the whole day, and you wanted to look that way. But you know what? Not this entire time, you have not looked at the crowd while you've been talking to me. Because that's double standards. Because you're a hypocrite. And all these characteristic flaws that I'm bringing out right now proves you are not a leader for no people. No people. That's what you got to grasp.
You're a white man that's gonna make black men fight each other. There you go. You're a white man that's gonna cause black people to fight each other.
Let me tell you how much of a bitch Polight is. What the brother said was correct. The brother came out here and said, he called Kantazar my daddy, me Kantazar's daddy.
I apologize.
Now, you didn't now. Kantazar responded by bringing up his father, his spiritual father, who he called, who's a fucking child molester. Your father is a child molester, period. And he got in his feelings. He got mad, and he thought he was gonna put Kantazar. If you want to cross the road, cross the fucking road. That's what you do. Don't sit here and talk shit like what's gonna pop out, what's gonna do this. If you're gonna cross the line, cross the fucking line. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here. That's what you do. You don't sit here and
One or the other. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Your sister, you, daughter, your wife, everybody, you ain't stepped to me, but you didn't step to me in the moment. I apologize to you 6 months later. But in the debate, you did not step to me. You didn't step to me in the debate. When I embarrassed your wife, no, you did not. Oh, yes, I did. When I said, how many of y'all, how do they treat her like a fucking whore? That's what I said in the debate. You didn't step to me. I'm stepping to my daughter. 6 months ago, I'm not taking it back. What I'm showing is I will power you up. Because if you was a man, when I said it, you would have reacted the same way that you did to him. But you did not. You thought he was weak. He ain't weak. If you want to cross the line, you'd have crossed it. If you want to play games, go play that shit somewhere else. We got business to do here. That's not cross the line or get the fuck out. Right. I want to see y'all jump. Either one. Either one. Right. That is our third teacher topic. Ignore this nigga. No. No sweat. Get the fuck out. So now, exactly what I told you. I said, no, I didn't just say that. I said, cross the line or get the fuck out. Choose one. Well, I ain't going to impose on your space. I know you're not. I know you're not. I know you're not going to impose on our space. I know you're not going to impose on our space. Teacher topic. Ignore him.
Now I'm going to show y'all where he was interviewing an alleged victim of Dr. York. Okay?
But see, when you see, I'm speaking on behalf of the children or the people that had to testify or that testified.
Had to testify based on what that he did do something to them.
Well, I say had to testify because some people didn't testify. So some people felt that that they had to do this, like something that they had to do. For me, it felt like it was something that I had to do because one, like I told you, both my sisters went through the same thing I went through.
And
both my older sisters.
Do you mind sharing? I don't know.
Okay, well, both my sisters been molested.
By who?
By Malachi York. By Pops, Barbara, Esau, Mom Esau, whatever. He has sex with them. And
at what ages?
At what ages? I mean, if you want to get the accurate number, you can ask them.
Around what age? I mean,
13, 14, 7, 8. And I will only speak for myself as far as the things that I've been through.
Of course.
And as far as, and I don't want to get graphic. One, okay, I'm a dude. I'm not going to be walking around saying that I've been molested, this and that happened. As a man, you don't want to be going around saying that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So when in my situation, or the way I grew up, I was ready to move on. I left in 2001. I was ready to just live my life, move on, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The people started doing the investigations and stuff. The FBI started doing the investigations, started trying to get statements from people. Both my sisters went ahead and gave their statements.
Yeah.
I still had nothing to do with it. No statement, no nothing. When I realized, okay, they're about to go to court. And I went through the same thing that they went through. Like, I'm my mother's only son. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the man of the family. You know what I'm saying? My sisters were going to stand up for themselves, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, well, and then that's when I gave my statement, and that's when I decided that, that I was going to go ahead and do it. Nobody wants to see they family go get locked away. So I really understand how hard it is for people that's deeply involved in it also. And people got to understand, I was born and raised in it too. So I understand from inside out also what it feels like not to have this person around still giving leadership. So it's not no stranger, no random person that's saying, oh, this happened. I mean, this stuff, like, I was 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was upstate New York. After Brooklyn, upstate New York when he first, touched me or whatever, and so from 7 to 14, 7 years that I went through this, you know what I'm saying, and that's my story.
Would you say there's been over 20 children molested by Dr. York?
I would say so. I mean, I would say that it was, if I could confirm people that I could strongly confirm, it'll be about 15 or 20 people.
Obviously, if over 15 to 20 children were being molested, we have to now say, how come the adults wasn't saying nothing? Shouldn't they be locked up with Dr. York too? How come they're free to testify about it?
You understand the adults were separated from their children. So you had the girls in one house, the boys in one house, the women in one place, the brothers in one place. Everybody was separated. So it wasn't no house with a family, and then you could recognize when your child is gone.
You mean to tell the world that none of these children had enough sense in their mind to go tell their parent that this isn't right? I've been touched sexually, I've been sexually abused. Not one child out of all these children. It could have stopped so long ago if just one child or just one.
Listen at him. Listen.
Adult. What caused all of this to come out? First, you hear nothing from nobody.
Yeah.
You hear nothing from nobody. Then you hear something from everybody, all at the same time.
They might not have been the medium to talk to anybody about the situation.
Not even their parents.
I mean, that's why, of course. I could have talked to I could have told my mother.
We chose not to.
It's not that I chose not to. To really explain it would really take a lot. But I mean, you're not really yourself when you're not. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got esteem. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no. You know what I'm saying? You can't even face, like, my mother had to, when she found out from my sister and she came to me and asked me about it, and I still really couldn't even tell her. I had to say, well, I had sex with the girl and he was dead. And that was my way of telling her that, yeah, it happened. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the initial conversation. And this is like 2 weeks before we left. It was something I was under. I couldn't tell my mom. I didn't tell nobody. It was something that held me to not say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I looked up to him as my dad, because I looked up to him as the person that he was. I thought he was a God figure. I thought, and all those reasons, like, I'm trying to, like, see why is this going on? What's the significance? I'm young. I don't even know what really into sex.
Why do you think he's locked up for 135 years, underground 60 feet, in a super max penitentiary with no one with a case like into his own, amongst cannibals? Not because what you think he should be locked up for. Why you think he's locked up?
Well, I mean, to answer your question in the way that I think you're asking it, you know what I'm saying? Because one, you have a black leader that was getting black people together and was building a sovereign nation.
Tell me if this is something you believe. That's not what I want to hear. What do you personally believe? dealing with the facts of the matter, not denying you of your experience, but based on what we all know is necessary to lock the person up when you accuse them of
What I know from history, is that whenever you have a black leader that's uplifting the people, that's doing something for the community, that's bringing people together, and that's building people and elevating people, then they get taken down. You know what I'm saying? And he wouldn't have been taken down, and he hasn't been taken down until they found something that.
Polight don't have a forehead. He have a 5 head. He don't have dreams. He has movies.
To take him down with. If he threw everything away by molesting kids, did he really care about everybody else? This is what I have to live with. I have to live with how do I come across the people that's in the knowledge and even vibe with them and talk to them on a regular level and people looking at me one way.
Nah, that's all good. You can always come to a class of ours.
That's cool, but you know what I'm saying? But see the thing is that
don't make you a bad person.
At the end of the day, people's always gonna have his word over anybody else's word because that's all they know.
No, at the end of the day, he's locked up, so obviously they took your word over everyone else's. It doesn't matter, like I told you, if we say he's innocent when he's still locked up in prison. Your word accounted for everything.
But I can't go back. You know what I'm saying? I can only face what's in front of me. And everything that's in front of me, I see people that's being misled. I see people that's under the impression, and even though...
Misled by what? Because people saying documents being railroaded? That people saying none of this has to do with the case as far as the government is concerned? The government don't give a damn about the accusations? Are you hearing what I'm saying?
You got people saying that kids haven't been molested. I can't see what you're seeing. I can't see I know what happened to me. I know what he did. I know what kind of person he is. You know what I'm saying? So,
what kind of person he is? That's the question I want to ask. What kind of person is Dr.
I mean, you get what you see. You get what you see. Tell me,
what is he to
what
you?
people didn't see is also...
I asked about I want to know about you personally. I want to get into your mind. I want to know, what is he to you? Who is he to you?
Who he is to me? Right now, he's somebody that did a lot of things great, but had his flaws, and didn't correct those flaws. And he had years and years and years to correct those flaws. He didn't correct those flaws. Now I came back, and now he's incarcerated. Should he be in there? Should he be out? Someone like him shouldn't be incarcerated if they uplifted the community and doing what he did. But if you're going to do that, and on top of that, still do the wrong thing for years and years and years, then you definitely shouldn't be out on the streets. That's if I was the devil, the perfect devil is the one who's going to be a pastor, a preacher, or the one doing the right thing, and actually the one doing the wrong thing and send you to hell. That's the perfect devil right there. If I was the devil right now, I'd be telling you to do the right thing. I'd be telling you to live your life this way, and I'll be sending you right to hell. The devil knows the gospel as well as any pastor or preacher. So if the devil is going to do his job, what better way to do it than to have everybody lifting themselves or doing the right thing? And in actuality, it's like they're going up, but they're going this way. It's not just up. It's like they're going up and they're going astray. You know what I'm saying? That's the only really way that the devil could do his job, is to deceive people into thinking that he's actually God, to deceive people into thinking that he's actually Christ. That's why they say you have false prophets and false messiahs. I would respect a wolf. If I was a sheep, I would respect a wolf that approached me and tried to hunt me down than a wolf that came in sheep clothing.
My whole argument in this whole situation is, should people be locked up based on what people believe? I got the right to be angry. You know why? Because the Lord promises me something different. The Lord promises me that we will lock people up beyond a shadow of a doubt. That's what the Lord promises me.
Yeah. But in this case, it was up to 12 people to have that reasonable doubt or not. And those 12 people made the decision.
Not so what's the point?
If you want to fight for it, fight for it for another reason. Don't fight for it because he's innocent of a molesting kid.
Let's say he molested 1,000 children. Factually.
Okay.
Genetic evidence and everything. Things that we don't deny. Scientifically, we say, wow, okay, true. If someone was to ask me, would you still worship him as your most high, acknowledge him as your most high God? I would have to. I don't identify with everything he does there, much like I believe most Christians don't identify with everything their God does, because it says their God is a jealous God. And some Christians will tell you it's not right to be jealous. And some will tell you that, it shouldn't be vengeful, but then the Bible tells you Most High is a vengeful God. And it tells you shouldn't hate, but it tells you that God loved Jacob and he hated Esau. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the difference between being a proud Nubian and saying that he's innocent.
When he said all that, you say what?
People. I could be a proud Nubian because I was born in Nuwapu, but it's two different kinds of people.
You got people, if that's the case?
I can be. But how can I be a proud Nubian if the Nubians are saying that he's innocent and I'm saying that this happened to me? So now it is. You see how we sitting down talking? But see, the thing is that now is my word against the master teacher's word, and whose word is they gonna take?
I know one thing the master teacher always taught is that when you're looking at the sides of the truth, there's his side, her side, his or her side versus his or her side. But really, in actuality, it's just the truth.
You now influence any alcohol, drugs, or narcotics. You understand you're charged with 40 counts of aggravated child molestation that you could receive a maximum sentence of 30 years in confinement.
Now, this is Dr. York that they were just talking about. They call Master Teacher, and he's pleading guilty to these crimes.
Each count that you're charged with 34 counts of child molestation that you could receive a maximum sentence of 20 years in confinement for each count. That you're charged with 1 count of sexual exploitation of children, you could receive a maximum sentence of 20 years in confinement. And you're charged with 2 counts of influencing witnesses, and you could receive a maximum sentence of 10 years in confinement for each count. And that you could receive a minimum sentence overall of 10 years on probation. I'm telling you the most of the least. You understand that?
Actually, Your Honor, if it's 10 years, I bet child molestation, then it's 10 years in confinement.
But some of them will be 10 years. You understand that? You understand you have a right to an attorney, and in fact, your lawyer, Mr. Aurora, is here with you and representing you. Is that correct? I'm going to inform you of certain other rights that you have, Mr. York, and inform you of the fact that if you plead guilty, you give up these rights. You have a right the state presents against you. You have a right to subpoena any witnesses you want to appear and testify for you. You have a right to testify on other evidence if you want to. You have a right to the assistance of an attorney during the trial. You have a right not to incriminate yourself. You have a right to plead not guilty or remain silent, not in any plea, and in either case automatically obtain a jury trial. You understand these rights, and understand if you plead guilty, you give up these rights. You heard the recommendation the state made. Is that the recommendation you understood the state would make? Did you in fact do what District Attorney Mr. Bright told me you did? How do you plead, guilty or not guilty? As to all the indictments cited by the District Attorney. Did anybody force you or threaten you in any way to cause you down to this guilty? Did anyone promise you anything to cause you down to this guilty? Are you satisfied with the services of your attorneys, not only Mr. Aurora, but your other attorneys? Were you able to hear and understand my statements and questions to you? He's on the old letter plea.
We've gone up this withdrawal not guilty plea, not guilty plea, and if it comes down to the defendant bust out case, withdraws his plea not guilty case, what is the constitutional rights to plead guilty as a charge of offense? I've already enumerated those on the record.
All right, y'all. There you have it. I gotta take my dog out. Peace.